Good morning, everybody. Good morning, my fans, my followers. Good morning, my good people. Good morning, my best people. Once again, my name is Adam Miri. I love you guys so much. Total of Ezenwine in me, Ezenwine your choir. In Anambra State. Today's topic is all about the first thing to do if you come back to tradition. This question has been answered from Facebook to TikTok, even Instagram. And I was even trying to know the day I will come on live. But I have to teach this one now before I enter the main topic. If you come back to your roots from tradition, if you come back to tradition, you want to start working on yourself. The first thing to do, if you go to that native doctor, that says a wine, you will allow him or her to do alpha. If in Igbo, they call it alpha. But it's called consultation, to ask questions. Like the way you go to church, you see your pastor, there will be the day they have counseling. That is all about alpha. You go for counseling. From that counseling, there are people that use mirror for have their own alpha. There are people they use carries. There are people they use uguri. There are many things. Some people even use water. Depends on the kind of calling that person has. Allow the person to do the alpha. When the person is doing the alpha, cool down and listen. From that alpha, you will not know the spirit that is talking on your head. You will start knowing your own spirit guide. And if you go to alpha, you will not see everything a day. It's about that one that native doctor see, or that is the one you see. Allow him or her to do your spiritual work. When they do the spiritual work on you, they will confirm whether it went well. If it went well, another one will appear. So going to alpha that you not see everything once. Some of you want to see, I want everything in my life. No. And that first alpha you go. They may see 2 things and 3 things for you to do. You do that one. After you doing that one went well. You come the next day, do the alpha. And so from that alpha, they not know the spirit, because what they see in you in first time, they may not see in your friend in the first time. So when they are doing the alpha, when they consult the spirit that is guiding you, they will appear in that alpha and start talking on your behalf. So when they are talking, they will tell them, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. Do this to prevent danger. Do this to us to be guiding you. Come and feed us. Come and in line with us. So that is how the thing normally stand in the alpha. So that native doctor, that is why we do your spiritual work. They will not ask, what are we going to do so that this person will keep on reconnecting? Or what are we going to do so that this thing will stop? Like people that they used to normally see death or danger. What are we going to do so that this person will be free? That the same of your spirit guy will talk on your behalf. So whenever they talk on your behalf, that native doctor that either tells them why will tell you, see what we'll do or see what we'll do. Then they will tell you the requirements. If you make the requirements available, your spiritual work has started. They'll start doing your own spiritual work. So whenever they do spiritual work, the result will not come out fast. Because whenever you feed your ancestors or anything that appears in the alpha, they will eat it and they will start working on you. So then they take 3 months, 6 months, 1 year before you start seeing the results. And alpha is not things you will do once and sit down. And coming back to your roots just to do one spiritual work, you sit down. No. So whenever you come back to tradition, start your journey with alpha. Alpha will not trace. See what you will do. When they see 3 or 4 or 5 things in that alpha, do that one will go. So if you, after doing that first one, all the spiritual work, you still come back for the alpha again. From that alpha, if any of your spirit guide want to talk, they will come out again, because it's not about whenever you do spiritual work, after that one is settled, you will not see it again in next alpha. That is when you know when you know whether your spiritual work went well. Maybe you go to the DB or the SNY, they see something in you, and they do your spiritual work. If you go back there again, maybe after 6 months or 1 year, you will not see the same thing again. So those ones you have settled or acknowledged are freed will make way for you. They will leave you. You will now wait for the next one. The next after you go, you will not see those ones you did. You will see another one. So that is what you will do whenever you come back to tradition. Don't just sit down and say, I've stopped church. I'm not going to church. Church is not your problem. It's about you doing your spiritual work. So it's not about you after you go to that deep or that there's the one, whenever you come back to your roots, start your journey. It's about one after the other. And whenever they see things in Alpha, know the ones you can do and start it first. Because whenever you do the first one, the Spirit will clear way and will make way for the second one to happen. So that is what you will do if you come back to tradition. Don't just sit down and say, I'm praying with code, I'm praying with Inzu, but you are not reconnecting with your ancestors. It's very, very bad. It's about working on yourself. So from that Alpha, they cannot trace the spirit that you need to realign with. That your native doctor, that your SNY will help you to do the alignment. And whenever you do spiritual work, wait for your own guinea, God's time. Because whenever you do spiritual work, it's about you give this thing to your spirit guide. You have to go there and wait for them for their time to confirm your work and do your work. That is what you will do. Things will start going well with you. And whenever you go for tradition, remove things about money. Remove things about money. Don't come back to tradition thinking that you come back to tradition, you do one spiritual work, money will come. Doesn't come that way. Some of you, if you come back to tradition, they may suffer you till 2 years, 3 years. And if you spiritual work, find something you are doing. So it's not about because you need money. No, it doesn't happen that way. And if you do spiritual work, don't wait things to happen fast. Some of them, you finish all the spiritual work before you start seeing signs, little sign in you. It may take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Depends on your spiritual spirit guide. So it's about what you will do when you come back to your roots. Start your journey from Alpha. After Alpha, start your journey from spiritual work. One after the other. The one you do, you go. The one you do, too, will go. And whenever you go for Alpha, doesn't see everything once. They may see the first one. If you finish that first line, 3 or 4 things, you go back again, they may see another thing. So the one they see, it will clear. The one they see, it will leave you. The one they see, it will make way for you, shit for you. So it's all about setting your spirit guide. And let me tell you, whenever they appear in Alpha, 2 things are involved. They are having something they will bring for you, or they want to prevent something for you. What you are doing, what are they doing for you? A very good about that one. Yeah, anything that comes through Alpha, come and feed us. Come and there's something they want to bring for you. They need you to activate them to be able to bring those things for you, or they want to prevent something for you. That is when they appear in that Alpha. Come and give us this thing. Come and do this thing for us. Come and do this thing for us. Come and feed us. So 2 things are involved. They want to bring something for you. They need you to come and energize them. The energy to begin higher. To enable them to bring those things for you. Or the second one. Or they want to prevent something that is about to happen. That is when they will appear in that Alpha. Or another thing is that so that they will keep on achieving your aim for you. That is what will appear in Alpha. They tell you, come and feed us. So coming back to your roots, don't sit down there and waiting for we are praying with Nzu and Edo. You are doing ritual, nothing is showing. When you are not doing spiritual work on yourself. Ritual is not things that will happen forever. It's a life it's maybe a day. It will go up. But spiritual work is about getting things will keep on happening. And anything that they are bringing for you, one day you will pay. That is what when they need to come and feed us. Come and feed us. Come and energize us. Because they need something to gain it. Because they are bringing something for you. They need to come and feed them up again to keep on bringing it for you. So that is the first thing you will do whenever you come back to tradition. Don't sit down hoping for the ritual you are doing. Use this leaf and concussion and this leaf. Money go come. The money they come is not forever, only for a lifetime. Just a seconds, maybe a month, a day. It will not come again. But spiritual work is about again is settling your spirit guide, acknowledging your spirit guide, vibrating them to keep on working for you. So that is the first. My dear, tell them is give and take. Let me tell them the truth. So don't sit down and say nothing is showing for me. I'm lacking. I have gone back to my roots. Nothing. Come back. You haven't done any spiritual work. See you. Where do you want those things to come? Come back to your roots. The spiritual work you didn't go. When do you want those things to come? Life is all about give and take. If you didn't give your spirit guide anything, don't allow them to bring anything for you. That is it. That is the topic of today. So come back to your roots and do something for yourself. Start from your journey from Alpha. Start if you go to the Ebenezer wine, go down and start from Alpha. Anything Alpha said, your own spirit guide is talking to you. For example, now, if I want to do Alpha on somebody now, the person will, I'll drop the person name or the person money, or the person will drop it. I'll call the person name. Do you know calling your name in that Alpha? Do you know what it means? You call the person name. You have invited the person's spirit guide to that Alpha. Maybe your own is Miro, or Uguri, or Karis, or water. Depends on what your own algo wants. You will now call the person name and throw. The money the person drop for you is the covenant for your own spirit guide to speak. When you call the person name and drop it, the person's spirit guide will come to your own Alpha and be speaking on that person you call their name. So you, the listener, you have to listen to hear what your own spirit guide is saying. That is the Alpha. That is the main of the Alpha. Alpha is not spiritual work. So whenever they're doing the Alpha, your own spirit guide is talking in that Alpha. So anything they see in that Alpha is your own forces come into that Alpha and be talking to you. That is one after the spiritual. After the Alpha, you start working on yourself. Allow that unity doctor or the S1 to do your spiritual work. That is the main is how to make yourself powerful if you come back to your roots. So coming back to your roots, start your journey with Alpha. From Alpha, do spiritual work. Oh. From that, first you should say I have done ritual, no show. I have pour water on my head, no show. I have used Fanta and bath, no show. No spiritual work. There will not be show. Lifetime. No connection with your spirit guide. There will not be show. No enlightenment. There will not be show. So coming back to your roots, tradition. Start journey with Alpha. One after the other. That is how you strong yourself. And any Alpha you did, any spiritual work you did, there is something they added in you. And there's something that they remove in you. Know it today. They will leave even the bad ones. Some of you do spiritual work, they stop death that is coming to you. Just things about money. Some of you do spiritual work, they remove bad people that hate you before in your life. Spiritual work, do spiritual work. There is something they add in you, something they remove in you. Life is all about give and take. Know it today. That is the topic of today. I love you guys so much. So, start the journey from Alpha, for spiritual work, one after the other. This spiritual work, maybe 3 or 4 things they see in that Alpha. After you have cleared that way, do another Alpha again to know is there any other spirit guide that needs to talk. That is the reason why you need to come back home. When I come back home, I have stopped going to church. I hate pastor. No spiritual work. You are still a church goer. Don't say, I am not going to church again. I'm not going to pastor again. I hate church. Nah, you hate church. You come back to you're not doing spiritual work. You are still a church goer. Coming back to tradition. We're journey from Alpha, spiritual work. That is how you are back home. So let me not deceive you. So that is what you do as a beginner. Somebody that come back to their roots, somebody that come back to tradition. That is how to start up with your life. From that Alpha, you can trace whether even you are called to work for people. You are a mariner or you are called. You have a calling. From that Alpha, you know. So that is it. So don't say that I stopped church. Church is not the main thing. I'm not preaching for you to start. I'm preaching for you to stop worshiping and fallen enslaved ancestors. That is my own mission. Stopping church, not doing spiritual work. You are still a church goer. And you say you should stop church. It's about worshiping those things they give you as a God. That is my topic. I love you guys so much. Once again, I'm the ancestors mouthpiece, the water model. Once me the way everyone but self on a mission to bring back the old good ways. My one and only number still remains 08034131000. Between your children, show your children this video, share this video. Let people listening, so that you not go and say, let me go and do egombute, no spiritual work. The egombute will bute you to death. So no matter who you are, no matter kind of religion you belong to, come back to your roots, tradition, start from Alpha, start doing your spiritual work, wait for your ancestors, they are able. And make sure that the spiritual work you are doing, they are expecting it. That is what you do. I love you guys so much. Coming on live tomorrow. For now.